Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. Thanks for joining us. Good to have you here with us this Sunday, the 22nd of December, Christmas Eve today, isn't it? Very, very exciting. Does anyone else do that game? We always do that game in our house. Like, 'cause obviously 23rd is Christmas Eve, and you've got 24th is Christmas Eve. So today is naturally Christmas Eve. Anyway, it's not actually for us, because this is a pre-recorded show. I tell you that you need to know that for the fact that you can obviously get in touch on the show, but we won't be able to reply to your questions because we are not really here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, Craig, I do little things like that on purpose now and again just to see if our vision mixer notices. And he failed the test today, so. Never mind. It's the last day. It's the last. I say it's the last day of Christmas. It isn't, because of course this is a pre-recorded show. But all through next week into the following week, we do have pre-recorded content for you, which perhaps we'll talk more about during this show. But this is a craft along, one of our award-winning shows, Don't You Know? And over the course of this show, we will be doing a project in real time. So if you want to craft along, if you've got all the bits and pieces ready that you'll have seen on social, you will be able to do that. If you have got this set, these amazing dies, but you haven't got time to do it now, then you can obviously save the show and come back to do it at a time that suits. If you haven't got these fabulous dies, you can pick them up. You can save this show and then do it when your goodies arrive. Let's have a look though with the man himself, what we are going to be making and what we need to be able to make it. Here's Mr. Crigglebiggle. Yes, let's do a box. Let's do a little box here. I know we've done a box lately, but the corner dies that we've got with, oh! That's two things he's failed to see. Two things. What else hasn't he seen? Yeah, eh? What else? The star's wonky on the tree, for goodness sake. Star! It's fallen off. The hat's in the wrong place.
The hat is in the wrong place, isn't it? It's usually on the sea.
The sea, yeah. There's not enough baubles on the tree.
Well, I didn't decorate it, did it? If I did, it would look nice.
Well, that is definitely not a you-decorated tree, that one, is it?
No, definitely not.
No.
Oh, next year, I'm going to be decorating the trees.
What do you think of my vest, by the way?
I like it. It's very grandad.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Very Jim Royal.
Yes. I've only ever worn it once before, and so I thought I'd get it out again for the second time today. I'm actually feeling it a bit more today than I did last time.
All the days for the studio will be roasting as well.
I know, eh? I know. Anyway, sorry, apologies.
That's okay. No apologies needed. Let's do a lovely little box here. Now, of course, yes, we are Christmas Eve that Ben was saying, but we're still going to be thinking about Valentine's or just about love in general. And this is where we're going to use those cornered creative card dies with a little bit different in a box. I know I've obviously done a couple of boxes lately, but let's have a look to see what we're going to need when it comes to making this craft along here. Now, if you want to do exactly what I'm going to be doing, we're going to be needing the lovely Hearts Edgeable die. You're going to need the Knitwit Kindly Thoughts. Let's bring back the Knitwits. We've got, and that's just not me and Ben.
Hey,
we've got the Jet Black Quick Dry ink pads. We need the Opal 12x12. We need some pink linen. You're going to need either E3 white card or A4 white card. You're going to need some acetate. Then the additional elements, you're going to be needing your Gemini, Guillotine, Scoremasters. You need a stencil and stamping platform, tape pen, tacky glue, and a red aligner tape. Now that's what you're going to need if you want to make exactly what I'm going to be making when it comes to this Sunday.
And if you haven't yet got the dies, then of course you will need to pick those up too. They are all available for you individually, should you wish to pick them up individually. However, the best way to get them is for the bundle. Let me show you this set here is one that you'll definitely need, which are those beautiful hearts. The full bundle is £30.40 or $40, which I think is amazing value. If you were buying these normally, they'd be 80 quid, give or take 8p, or 103.60. So It's basically a half price deal. If you're platinum, way better than half price. And these are fantastic. Again, really super versatile, because of course, once you've cut that into the corner of a project, box lids as we're going to be seeing, with things like the hearts here, of course, you'll have all of that waste to be playing with as well, which you can then paper piece back in, use for embellishment, save as shakers with the smaller ones. You get plenty of opportunities to be able to use the waste from some of these elsewhere within your projects. Now, also within this set, you've got your beautiful fairy tale rose. If that doesn't shout out paper piecing, I don't know what does. Get your pens out, get colouring with that as well. It's a really beautiful design. There are some stunning designs within this set. I think some of the best sort of edgeable dies that we've done. This one is the floral bouquet. Once again, I mean, take a look. It's incredible to think as well, isn't it, that from a piece of metal, you're able to achieve such a stunning result like that. But flowers in abundance. The hearts, as we've shown you as well, of course, Valentine's, not too long away now. How incredible is this? That elegant peacock. I'm thinking there as well, you might want to bring in some of your illusion film potentially. I think that would look really nicely, really nice with the peacock tail. As well as the peacock, you have got Into the Woods, which is that beautiful tree. Then you have got your delightful peonies. Also in the set, I mean, that is stunning. Do you know what? I was looking at a lot of these and thinking, I haven't done a lot of shows with these, don't really remember them, but then I remember this one, Off to the Ball, because I remember Debbie Robinson, D-Rob, getting very excited about that one, saying that was her going off to the ball. Doesn't it look like her? It does. And then lastly, in this set, you have got, of course, you've got to have butterflies, and that we have done for you as well with the entangled butterflies. So just to give you the names again, in case you're looking for these individually, entangled butterflies, Off to the Ball, delightful peonies, Into the Woods, elegant peacock, flora bouquet, the bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking, fairy tale rose, and this one here, which is lovely hearts. £30.40 for all that, or $40 is your platinum price. Of course, if you're new to date and shopping with us, don't pay that price, pay this price. Sign up to Club Inspire on the website, it's free to do, and you will get that 20% off your first order. Also worth bearing in mind, the winter sale continues. You've got another, 10 days of that pretty much to snap up all of those deals, up to 90% off. You are welcome. Right, we've got about 53 minutes left on the show. As I say, we're pre-recorded, so apologies, I won't be able to answer any questions, but hopefully you can chat amongst yourselves, and our social superstar, I'm sure, will keep you right in the comments too. Craig.
Yes, right here, let's get started. So let's go in with our guillotine and our large cardstock. So we're going to go in and we're going to cut our large cardstock. So we're going to go 8 3/4. So let's go 8 3/4. Like so. So we're going to line that one, and then we're going to go 10. Let's go, so 8 3/4 and 10 3/4. So let's do that one again. So another piece, 8 3/4 by 10 3/4. So that's our 2 sheets like so. So now that we've got our 2 bits, let's go in with our, grab my Score Master here, grab our Score Master, grab my scoring tool, and then what we're going to do is we're of course going to do our boxes, box base and box lid. Now the lid we're actually going to make a little bit shallower, but I actually find it easier to do it the way that I'm away to show you right here. Yeah. And we've got large card, but we're still just going to use our Score Master. So what we're going to do, 2 pieces, 8 3/4 by 10 3/4, and then we're going to go in and we're going to go into the box lid side, and we're going to score at 2 inches. Okay. So score at 2 inch, score at 2 inch, and we're going to do that on the remaining 2 sides as well. So once we go in with that last part, that is 8 3/4 by 10 3/4, and then we've scored at 2 inch all the way round on the box lid side. I'm just going to put a B in the centre, put a L in the centre for lid here, And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same on our other piece on the box base side. But as we all know by now, Ben, I find it a lot easier to turn my scoreboard around.
I'm with you on that.
And then score at the 2-inch mark. So turning, twisting, scoring at 2 inches. So once we've got that as to where we need it, we can do our last part. And then what we'll do while we're here is let's give that a nice burnish. So we're going to fold them to start with, burnish that to start with. Now, of course, you can use your scoring tool as I am doing here, or if you've got your bone folder, you can use that. Now, I know this is going to be my base, but just to make sure, I'll put a B for base. Let's go in with the lid, and we're going to do that as well. Now, the actual sides of the lid, Ben, are going to be slightly thinner.
Yeah.
But I find it really complicated to size your base one size and do the base, and then size your other piece of your lid another size, and then do the, it's too complicated for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I do, as normal, do the lid, do the base, exactly the same, then I'll trim the edges. So what I'm going to do is if we go back to the guillotine, and then I'm going to chop off, going to go in and we're going to chop off 1 inch all the way round. So let's come down 1 inch all the way round. So chop off 1 inch, turn. We're going to then chop off 1 inch, like so. Turn, chop off 1 inch. So just all the way round, we're taking off 1 inch to make the actual folds of the lid 1 inch thinner. So we'll go into there. So, and then that for me is an easier way to create the actual lip of the box. As you can see there, that's the depth of the base, but that's the depth of the lid.
Yeah.
And it's just an easier way for me to do that. I know many do feel exactly the same, but it's entirely up to yourself how you do that. So I've got my base and then I have got my lid. So because of course when it comes to the lid, that's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. This is where we're actually going to do the die cutting just shortly. But let's take our papers and we're going to then do the layers. So if I bring these in here, because these are 1 inch, so that's 1 inch by 6 3/4. So let's come in here and I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch. So it's always easier, I've shown you this before, instead of going to the 3/4 of an inch there, what to do, Ben, is go to the other side and make sure you're on a 1/4 of an inch increment. Doesn't matter which one, just make sure you're nice and straight so we can get rid of that. So now I'm going to come down 3/4 of an inch. So 1/4, half, 3/4 of an inch, cut, and then we're going to do the same. So that's essentially that is 3 notches. That's 1/4 of an inch, half an inch, then 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to do that a few times because this is actually also going to go onto my box base.
Yeah.
And that is because I still want them, so 3/4 of an inch, I still want the base to be 3/4 of an inch, even though it's thicker. That is because once they join together, it's just going to be like a separate strip for each. So that's why I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch a few times, just to make sure that I've got more than enough. So moving that out the way for now. So coming in, we've got these ones that all these are 3/4 of an inch. So the actual side, that is 4 3/4, and that one is 6 3/4. So let's come in here and let's do one. So one of them is 4 3/4. So let's come down to 4 1/2. And let's do 4, that was 3 1/2 I done, 4 1/2 I meant. So there's 4 1/2, and then there is 4 1/2, like that. And then what you will see is that's then going to fit into place.
Perfect.
There, and then there. And because that one is 6 3/4, let's do 6 1/2. So into 6 1/2. and then we're doing 6.5.
It's great watching you do this because I do feel like you get the most possible out of one sheet of paper.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like when I've crafted with you before or crafted with, you know, the guys sometimes on craft-alongs, whatever it might be, I find I'm very bad at like using like one sheet of paper and I end up using more than I need to.
Yeah, yeah. And do you know what, Ben? That's kind of like a learning process.
Yeah.
Over time, you know, you begin to learn the ways, siding the card, positioning the card, right, if I go that way, I'm going to get 2 lengths out of it. But if I go that way, I'm only going to get 1 length. And you start to know. You start to automatically know. So what I want is the 4 I've just done there, I want another 4, which are going to be for my box base. So that's 2 at 4.5 and 2 at 6.5. There and then there. So each one is 3/4 of an inch in thickness. And then you've got, in total, essentially that's going to be 4 that's 6.5 inch in length and 4 that's 4.5 inch in length. And that will go towards the bottom of those there. Because once again, if I bring in my finished example, I know we've got that thickness there that are left with white cardstock, but remember, we're only wanting that strip towards the base. So that is where those strips have come from. So I think what we will do is if I set that there, let's do our die cutting, Ben, and then we can take a little break. So let's pop that there, that's going to be the base, that's going to be my lid. So let's bring in my lid. So I've got the little strips that can go on after, and then we're going to go in with the lovely hearts.
These are incredible, these corner edgeables, aren't they? I feel like, and I know you'll laugh at me, I genuinely do feel like with these, though, I haven't seen them in ages.
I actually, it's not often I agree when you say things like that, because obviously it's different, me and the 2 Debbies, we use these a lot, you know, compared to when you present with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, even I've not used these a lot, Ben, the whole range here.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
They really are beautiful, really beautiful. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go one way, and then we're going to twist it, and we're going to go the other way. So if we take our low-tack tape...
There we go. I've just heard in my ear they were last seen in May.
Oh,
so there you are.
That was a while ago.
I wonder why we've not shown them for so long. They're beautiful.
I don't know.
With me, they were last seen in April. There you go.
There you are.
See, you thought I had a bad memory. I'm right on this occasion.
Yeah.
For once.
And that's it. Isn't it amazing how just sometimes we can see a product often, and then we can see a product and we don't see it for a long time.
Yeah.
So let's go in here. Now, of course, you can use your larger plates, but even although my card is larger than A5, it's only that die area. Now, what I would say, and what I'm going to watch for, and I'm actually going to go back on myself on what I'm saying here, I'm going to use my larger plates for the simple reason, see that excess cardstock, you can get some indentations with your plates because it's overhanging. So if you want to avoid any of those indentations, then just make sure you're on your larger flat A4 cardstock. So we're going to go in with the base, we're going to go in with our frosted, we're going to go in with our magnetic, and then we're going to go in with our top plate. So with it being the G2, we're just going to then feed that one through. That's then going to cut out, but because it's the corner edgeables, the corner will cut out, but it will stay in place within that intersection. So you're kind of going to, a little bit like butterfly wings at the side, they're going to pop up. So this time, we're going to pop these out here. Let's take that away. Now, these love hearts you can be keeping.
Yes.
And use them as embellishments, because you've got all these. Alternatively, what we're going to do, Ben, is we're going to cut the die within linen cardstock, but you could, if you want to, colour them in and then stick them back in. We, of course, aren't going to have the time to do that, but that is certainly an option if you want to. So let's flip our plates over and then take those bits out. And then this time, what we're going to do is we're going to position it in the same place as we've done that one, but of course, we're on the opposite corner. And I'm leaving maybe about 1/4 of an inch gap at the left and the bottom there. And this is what I meant by these pop out, but that stays in place.
Yeah.
So we can go base plate, frosted, magnetic, top plate, and then we're going to run that one through.
So again, really simple to use if you were going to use these on a card. It'd just be like that initial first cut, wouldn't it? And then, like you say, you could then paper piece it, put some acetate and colour that in, maybe.
And that's it, yeah. So we're going to pop acetate to the back so that we can pop the love hearts in place. But yeah, what about doing the acetate and then colour number your alcohol pens to create that stained glass window effect? Absolutely, you can do that. So we can then just fold these bits in here. So that will be, of course, the edges of our box. That L's not going to be seen because we're going to have a sentiment, but that is the start, the formation of the box lid. But we will come along afterwards, acetate, paper piece, and then assemble the box. So I'm not going to do anything there. We've done the box base, we've done the mats and layers, and when we've die cut that main structural part within the centre of the lid, I'm just going to tidy up, nothing else, and then when we come back, I can crack on.
Yeah, remember, if you want to be able to recreate this project, you'll need, well, at least this set here, this one here, which is called Lovely Hearts. The best way is to get them all, and I think it's a cracking price for all the complete set, just £30, $40 or $40. But if you want to go individually, you can. So you'll need the Lovely Hearts. But as you can see here, they also come in a whole host of different designs. That's beautiful. I think definitely one of my favourites is that Fairy Tale Rose. One of the most beautiful edibles I think I've seen there, the floral bouquet. Again, lots of opportunity there to paper piece, to you get your acetate, colour them in, illusion film. Again, I think you're going to be using a lot with this collection, particularly with that peacock there. That one's called Elegant Peacock. You've also got the tree, which is called Into the Woods. You've got the beautiful floral here, which is the delightful peonies. You've got that one, which is called Off to the Ball. Beautiful lady who's dressed to impress. And then you've got your entangled butterflies. That full set is $30, $40 or $40. And of course, like I say, if you want to go individually, then just shop the show and you can pick up all of those as individual items. We will have a short break. We will come back with more with Craig in just a few moments' time. But until then, get yourselves to the checkouts. Check out the winter sale on the website as well. Loads of goodies to be had there. And we'll meet you back here in about 4 minutes.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog. Unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Day-to-day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it, a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. Thanks for being with us this Sunday. Loads more pre-recorded content coming your way next week. Don't worry about that. Loads of great shows for you. Craft your stash shows. Lots of keeper shows is what I'll call them. Shows that you'll definitely want to tag and keep and pop in a playlist. Very handy shows, helping you get the very best out of your machines, your glues, your pens, your ink pads, all those kind of things. More details on those to follow. But we're talking about the corner edible selection here, and Craig is doing a wonderful job putting together a beautiful heart-shaped box.
Yes.
Well, not heart-shaped, but heart die-cut box.
We kind of knew what you meant. Kind of knew what you meant. Right, let's decorate the box with the papers first of all, and then of course we can then crack on with the rest. So let's just go in with our tape. I wonder actually, I might just go in with my tacky glue for this one. So we're just going to go in. Now, if you're going to be doing this kind of part strip, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're going to the fold line and not to the top of the outside edge. So all that I'm doing here is I'm just eyeballing that space on the left and the right, and I'm just kind of going to try and replicate that within this line here. So let's take the other ones, and I'm going to stick these ones together before I chop the little angles out and form the box base.
Is it important to use wet glues here?
No, you can use your tape runners or you can use your dry glue. It's just one of those. And I know I do say it quite often, but when it comes to box making or construction, I am quite old school. And, you know, there was a time, Ben, where all that you would really have is red liner tape or tacky glue for box making. Yeah. Whereas, you know, Ben, I'm 39.
I know.
I've been in the industry a while. I know, don't look at it, but...
I couldn't believe that you're... well, I sort of do know how old you are, but you were saying the other day about plans for your 40th, and it sort of skipped my mind that it's next year, isn't it? 40?
It is indeed, yeah.
June the 21st.
It'll be coming up for 6 months till I'm 40, yeah, June the 21st.
Well, actually, because we're in the future, it's less than 6 months now. It's the 22nd today.
So...
Oh, no, 7 months. 7 months.
7 months.
Hang on. January, February, March, April, May. Oh, yeah, so it's just...
Yeah, not going that far in the future.
No.
Yeah, back to the future.
No, but it's the 22nd of December today, right?
I meant that, not the 17th.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the 22nd, because obviously Mum and John had their anniversary yesterday.
Was it good?
It was really good. That's why I'm a little bit tired, because obviously I drove all the way back to Scotland last time, then came all the way back again, you know, to celebrate, for me to then obviously go all the way back again for Christmas time. So yeah, they had a lovely day, thank you very much.
Excellent stuff.
Yes.
What did you do whilst they were out?
I get crashed.
Oh, yeah, you said you were going to.
Yeah, no, I would never do that, never do that. I just plodded about.
Yeah.
Done things.
Right.
Came back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to watch yesterday's show to get a grasp of what we're talking about.
We're still here.
Eh?
We're still here.
Still here.
Well, to be it's the weekend, so no one was about to see yesterday's show, so therefore...
It was fun.
It was fun.
What was I going to say to you? So what... can you talk about your 40th plans? What are you doing for your birthday, or is it not set in stone yet?
It's one of those, it's verbally set in stone. I'm going to
Okay.
go home for Christmas in a couple of days' time.
Yeah.
We're going to be booking, so we're doing New York.
Woohoo!
We are doing New York. Mum
York,
has
New York.
found a hotel because Mum's really good at doing things on her own, i.e. she'll go to a travel agency, she'll find places, good deals and what have you, and then she'll go and search herself
Ah, okay.
for even better deals.
Yeah.
So we always know where we're going, who we're going with, etc., etc.
Always best to do your research like that, isn't
Exactly. And Mother is good at doing that.
it? Is she?
If you ever need a hotel or something like that, you're going away for a few days, give me a shout. I'll send her. We always joke that she should charge, because all her friends and that, they do that. Oh, Denise, can you, I'm going to such and such place, I need a really good hotel. Or can you get me a good deal on the train from here to such and
She
such?
should set up her own travel agency.
Yeah, exactly, she could. She really, really could.
Denise to Nations.
Denise Donations. That's good.
Yeah.
Denise Donations,
Because
yeah.
people do that though, don't they?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
of
people
course
do
they
that
do.
and just charge a
From
bit of
home.
commission on top. There
Yeah.
you go.
That's it, yeah. Get in there with the holiday firms and that, and it's not who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah. And she's already doing it for the likes of you and like her friends and family. She's got all the testimonials there already to set a business up.
That's true, yeah, yeah. For destination.
Denise
Denise Donations.
to Nations.
Yeah, that is good.
Helping you go where you want to go. To denice destinations.
How can you incorporate our surname then?
Oh.
Laird away with Denise
Uh,
Donations.
Laird. No, I was going to say to lands afar, but Laird. Let's just stay with Denise Nations.
Yeah.
I think we won there. Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
I shall. She's probably not watching live,
No.
so I will clip it out and send it to her.
Denise Nations, yeah. I mean, she'll be tired, obviously, after yesterday's
Well, that's right, yeah.
anniversary shenanigans, won't she? Party and
Party,
and
yeah.
whatnot. Yeah.
So that was our box base.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
So got the box base that we can see that we're going with here. So then let's take our acetate. Now this is one of our thicker acetates, Ben, so it's got a protective backing. So take a pokey tool, or I'm just using the pin that comes with my tacky glue.
So there's always a protective backing on your acetate apart from heat resistant, correct?
Construction acetate, yes. In the back of construction acetate, there always is. So what we need to do is the central surface in there, which is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. We just need to cut our acetate to just a smidge smaller than that, just a smidge. So let's take our acetate and we're going to go. Let's do just over the 4.5, just over the 6.5 here. Don't need those little bits. And then what we're doing is that will stick onto the back there, that you can see. So I'm going to take, I don't want any of that to stick down, Ben. So what we're going to do is, if we take some cardstock, and if I then slot that underneath, so I'm just going to go underneath there, because the adhesive that I'm away to pop on, I don't want it to go onto the back of the
Yeah.
love hearts, because otherwise the love hearts are going to stick down,
Yeah.
and I don't want that. I want that to be free floating. So we're just going to grab our dotty tape runner, and then this time what we're going to do is I'm just going to go round these edges, and I'm using my dots because we've got light, delicate lines there. So pop the dots on, even just down into here. We're going to add that in. You can, if you want, use a very thin red liner tape. You can see if you go in with the dots into that section within the middle there. Let's get that one going. I'm not sure if that's full or not. Let's have a look and see if it needs fixed. Let's take.
Oh.
Yep, it is done. So we will grab a new one, Always nice just to see how to refill them.
Yeah.
So let's take a refill. So that second part we can dispose of. This part, always keep that one. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to close that one over. So we're just going to line that one up into place, lock that in, and then you're going to take that top cap, lock that one in, make sure that's folded back, and then we are good to go. So I can now take that one out, that one out. We can go in with my acetate. Let's get that within the centre. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give that a really good press to adhere to that acetate. And because we were very clever and covering up those corner hearts, that then means once we lift that up, they're not stuck down, but the remaining part is. So we can then take our scissors. So let's do our little angles here, and then we'll go in with the strips and then attach them to the edges. And that's what's lovely about when you look at things such as create a card dies, corner dies, see how else you could use them. So we've gone from what would be a corner die to now, essentially it's like a 5x7 create a card die.
Yeah.
And that's the fun that you can have with creating your own shapes. So we're going to add these ones into here. So yes, going back on what you were saying there, Ben, it is New York, so I've been told I need to bring my passport home.
Oh yeah.
So we can get things sorted and booked. I have been saving a while for it, so.
Because you went there for your 30th, didn't you?
I did, yeah, we were there for my 30th. That was the first time that I'd ever been to New York. And then we had booked to go, it was about 5 years later, but then that was the first big year of COVID.
Oh yeah.
And it was at that point when you could either cancel or reschedule.
Yeah.
But because we didn't know when the world was going to open, that we just thought, do you know what? Let's just cancel. So we cancelled. Money that I saved, got my decking done in my garden. That was my COVID decking, as I call it.
Yeah.
Or New York decking. And then we were like, right, we're going to go, right, we'll book the next year, I was like, do you know what? Let's just wait till I'm 40.
Nice.
Special again.
Yeah.
My 30th, it's my 40th.
When
really nice.
I know you were going in June, but when you went for your 30th, did you go around your birthday, or did you save it till Christmas? Because I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I always associate New York with a winter break.
So I was there for my 30th, and I'll be there for my 40th.
Right.
That's what I wanted. I've got obviously over the years I would love to go to New York as many times as I possibly can, but I do have a 3-trip plan. First time, summertime. Second time, summertime. Third time, winter time. And then if I am fortunate enough to go any more, then I don't mind what time of the year that I go. I just like to experience it in the summertime twice before I experience it in the winter time. So the way that I'm going, I'll probably be there for my 50th in the winter time. But, well, no, obviously, with no COVID and that, maybe if I save well, I'll maybe get in another 4 or 5 years. But that's always been my plan.
What's the weather like at June in New York? Similar to here?
It's warm, but it's comfortable. It is comfortable. I'm like my mum. We both like the heat. But on the other hand, when you're really busy and you're doing what you would be doing in New York, do you know what I mean? You're sweating buckets. So didn't want it to be roasting hot as much as I wouldn't mind. So yeah, that's the plan for
New York.
June in New York, yeah.
How long are you going for?
In total, it'll be something like 5.5 days.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Do you do any excursions, or do you just go shopping?
Oh no, the excursions. We'll do, I don't mind repeating some.
Oh yeah.
You know, for instance, I want to do Empire State Building.
Well, it's been 10 years, isn't it?
Well, that's it. There's a couple of things Mum's not bothered about doing again. A few things, because we do tend to do those things together. And then we do have odd days, as if we've been loads of times. That last time we did, the last day we were there, we weren't leaving the hotel until 9 at night. So she done her thing, I done my thing. Because that's the thing with New York. I know it's nothing like it used to be years ago, but I felt so completely safe. So did my mum. And I know it was during the day, but she went and done her thing. I went and done my thing.
I suppose it's the same in any big city, isn't it, really? There's obviously areas which are, not as nice as others. As
Yeah.
long as you stay out of those areas, you're probably good, aren't you?
That's it, exactly. Yeah. So that's going to be the plan. So fingers crossed when we come back at the start of the year, when I come back at the start of the year, that is, I'll be saying, we've got New York booked.
Countdown to New York.
Countdown
You'll be the
to
new
New York.
Debbie Fisher counting down to your holiday like she does every single year.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, and obviously she might go on holiday. Well, I better get my holidays in quick.
I
then.
know,
She
'cause-
might go on her holiday. We're the same day, 21st of June.
Yeah, she's not celebrating a big one next year, though, is she? So you'll be all right.
No, if it's not a big birthday, then bless Debbie. Unless she was doing something specific,
Yeah.
she'd make sure she wasn't off,
Yeah.
so I could have it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To be honest, she has enough holidays, doesn't she? So
Well, that's true. I've not. Last holiday I had was New York.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
You haven't been abroad for 10 years.
No. No. No.
Ha!
No, I've not been abroad. No. No.
Ha!
Yeah.
Well, I never did.
Yeah. Sorry,
Well, you
should we take a
deserve
little
it.
break?
You deserve it.
Let's hope the wrestling's at Madison Square Garden bound.
Oh, can you imagine?
Or the Brooklyn Centre.
That'd be
Brooklyn
serendipity, wouldn't it?
Centre, Barclays Centre in Brooklyn.
Yeah. You having a break, did you say?
Yeah, shall we take a little bit of a
Yeah,
break?
take a break. Let's take a break. I'm enjoying this. All very laid back, all very nice and chit-chatty. Hopefully you're following along. And if you want to be able to create this project, you need to pick up the selection. I'll remind you of the boards when we come back in about 4 minutes' time. But until then, get to the checkouts, check out all the deals in the winter sale, and we'll meet you back here in 4 Minuten.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set back shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need, that they haven't got during shows, run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning. Tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and tea.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and I'm demonstrating. We just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry.
Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I drive home normally and then I relax.
Welcome back, everybody. What a lovely project this has been. If you want to be able to create it, you will need at least this die set here from the Corner Edible selection. And again, just talk about the value here, because this is incredible. £80, give or take 8p, or 103.60. You're paying 38 quid today for these, or 50 bucks. Last seen back in May, and they are back today with a vengeance. Great price, £30, 40 is your platinum price, $40. That's the one that Craig has been crafting with, so you'll definitely need that. But why don't you go the whole hog and just get them all, because they're all absolutely incredible. And for that price today, there's your second one, which is the entangled butterflies. There's the third one, so much detail in the off to the ball. Number 4, you've got beautiful, delightful peonies. Number 5 is that beautiful Into the Woods, that stunning tree. 6, I think probably one of my favourites of the collection is that elegant peacock. So much opportunity with the detail in that tail. This, out of this world, the floral bouquets, the 7th of the 8 that you're going to be receiving. And then lastly, I mean, my goodness me, how stunning is that? Really classy. That is your elegant fairy tale rose. Best way to go is to get the bundle. And hopefully you're seeing with Craig the versatility of these dies. And if you go back to April time, you'll be able to see the launch of these as well. But once you've grabbed these, of course, you've then got this craft along to come back on and do with Craig. So let's get it finished off, shall we?
Let's do that, right. Before we do the sentiment, let's bring in a few different tones of our linen pink cardstock. So all I'm going to do, let's just make it easier so we're not wasting. Let's just go into the corner. So I've got 3 different shades there. So let's run our scissors through there. And then let's take the pink tone to start with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm still going to do these ones individually. I know obviously the Gemini would cut through at least 2 layers, possibly the 3 layers. But we know the more layers that it cuts, the additional layers aren't exactly overly, you know, neat. They don't have a crisp edge to them. So I always like to do them separate. Got my tacky glue, and we're going to then take that one out. So let's pop that one, and then we're just going to take that one out there.
Lovely.
So I could be using that at another time, do things such as a drop shadow if you want to, or you could have used them and done a drop shadow underneath there.
Yeah.
But let's pop these little bits out here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this pink, and then I'll paper piece a few of the pink, and I'll do it in the lighter fuchsia.
Do you know which bit you're going to use where, or will you just sort of... No.
Just going to go rogue. Just going to go in rogue here.
And some of those smaller bits, if you don't use, you can just keep for embellishments or shakers, can't you?
Of course you can. Absolutely. Yeah. Good way of using them. But we're going to go in and let's just scribble some glue on. And then I'm just going to press that outer line die. So I've got a block to line up to. And then I can go in with that one. If you've got your wax pickup tool, you could use your wax pickup tool for your pieces of card. That works. And it's one of those that you think, oh gosh, it might take a little while. You'll be surprised actually how quick it can come together.
Yeah.
And I always just pop them out on my glass mat in that same forum, so you can see there. It's quite simple to visually just pick up the one that you need and then pop it in.
Very therapeutic as well.
It is. It is. Ideally, I'd be doing this in silence, so it makes it even more therapeutic.
Silence?
In silence.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, we don't have that luxury of being silent here, do we? Silent, we get into trouble. Speak!
Silence is golden.
It's
But not in the
nice,
case
isn't
of
it?
live
Not in live TV. What does it call it? Dead air?
Couldn't do that in radio. Did I tell you I used to work in radio? Back in radio, you had 30 seconds. And if there was silence for 30 seconds, then the emergency tape would kick in. And you did not want that kicking in.
Really?
Because it would send an email to all of the bosses, the heads
No.
of, telling them that the emergency tape had kicked in, and they would know that you'd, basically messed up. And the worst that would happen is, it was all computerized later on when I was doing it, so you could do like a 2-song sweep that we called it, where you play a song, sweeper into another song. What would happen, you see, you go, I need to go nip out and make a cup of tea or something. You go to the kitchen thinking that you'd left it on autoplay, but of course you hadn't, and then a song would come to an end, and all of a sudden you'd be thinking, is he going to kick in the next one? Is he going to kick in the next one? And it wouldn't. Then you'd have the race to get from the kitchen into the studio to hit that play button again before the emergency tape kicked in. I mean, it never happened to me. Obviously, I'm just telling you stories of what happened to other really unprofessional presenters. No, I mean, I never happened. The emergency tape never happened to me ever.
Never. It never happened other than the how many occasions?
Never ever happened.
Apart from?
Maybe once.
That's
or
good.
Twice. Yeah.
That's good. One's all right.
Yeah, in a 15-year career. And the mistakes happen, don't they? Even to the very best.
Yeah.
Even to the very best.
Never.
Nicola just said it never would have happened to Steve Wright. Well, the legend that was Steve Wright obviously had a massive team behind him, you see. That's why it would never happen. So he would go, all right, Charlie. I don't know why he would say Charlie. Maybe someone else called Charlie. All right, Charlie, I'm just going to go and get a cuppa. Actually, no, he wouldn't even say that, would he? He would go, oi, Charlie, op yourself off to the kitchen and make me a cuppa. And then he would sit there. And obviously, he'd never have that worry of the emergency tape kicking in.
No, never. Okay.
Not so crucial, obviously, in TV, of course, because if we don't talk, you can still watch.
You can still see our gorgeous looking faces.
Yeah.
You never have to worry about that. Yeah. And sometimes you just lose hilarity, don't we? And can't speak.
I can only think of one occasion where you and I have ever accidentally, I know we've done it on purpose before, where we stitched each other up, but do you remember that one show where we both just stopped talking?
Is that when you said back to him who sticks his sausage in anything?
Oh, that was not the show I was thinking about. That was another show that happened years ago. No, that show we couldn't talk because of laughter, but what I mean is, so normally you'll go such and such and such and such, and I'll pick up and go, well, Craig's finished talking this, so I'll jump in and I'll go blah, 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 blah. And then you'll jump in, and there's always a flow there. But there was one time where I'm sure we'd had a conversation literally the day before going, we've never had a point where there's been an awkward silence, because one knows when the other's stopping and starts talking and vice versa. And literally the day after, it happened, where I think you'd stopped talking and I had nothing to follow up with. And there was just this really awkward silence. You must remember it. And then we started taking the mickey out of each other. And
I do,
whoever was on
actually,
started playing some music.
I do.
Neither of us then spoke for about a minute, and there was just you crafting along to music.
That's, yeah, I know what you mean now.
Yeah, the emergency song kicked on. It's the emergency Ben and Craig song. When Ben and Craig go silent, the emergency, the song will kick. Let's just see if we can try it now. Like if we don't, it's usually about, it's about 10 or 15 seconds, I think. Let's just see when it kicks in. And then when I start talking, you see, it automatically cuts out again because it realises that we're making noise again there.
And then this is when people come waltzing in the studio because they've heard the song and they think that we're finished.
Yeah. Just sent an email to all the higher up, all the bosses who are obviously working hard today. Yeah, Big Pop will be on the phone in a minute.
They're all in this Sunday.
Yeah, Big Pop.
Big Pop.
Oh, he's the emergency. No, he's not Scottish, is he?
He's not. No, he's not. It's not indeed, not at all, not at all. Where's Big Pop originally from? Because it's not Darlow, is it?
Isn't he? I think
Oh,
he's
is
from
he?
Darlow,
Or is
isn't
he originally Darlow? Is he?
Or is he Barney?
Oh, that's right. Because he moved away, didn't he? And then him
He went down the Midlands, didn't
Gemma, Kate, yeah,
and came back.
that's right.
He's definitely not a Geordie, because every time I do my Geordie accent, to do an impression of him, he then goes, "Oh, I'm not a Geordie, like, man."
Why aye, man?
How are you, man?
Why aye, man?
Yeah.
Definitely not a Geordie. Right, let's go. Off chance I don't get that other half paper piece, Ben, let's at least do our sentiment. So instead of chopping up white card, let's go in and let's do sending you a little something.
Aw. What would you be putting in your little box there for a little something? White chocolate.
Yeah, or Yankee Candle wax melts. Yeah. Big engagement ring for myself.
Oh, don't.
I genuinely did not mean anything by that. It was just trying to think of things to come into hand.
You're going to get a lot of Valentine's presents and gifts this year.
No, I won't.
Huh?
No, I won't.
You will. I'm on a mission.
No, I won't.
I am. I'm on a mission to get you a sack full of cards and gifts. So you're going to have the best Valentine's Day ever.
Oh, whenever I've sent them to people in the past, I always just get return to sender. So
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because how do they know return to sender? Because you're supposed to send them anonymously.
Yeah, but that's just stupid, because if you like someone, you want them to know that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, and then someone could take credit for your Valentine's Day, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Do you want to send Craig a Valentine's card or gift? Just Craigie Biggie, care of Crafter's Companion,
Yeah, don't give him a home address.
Horndale Avenue, Newton Aycliffe.
Stephen turning up at the door.
Stephen!
Stephen! Thought you were dead.
I just want to have one of those massive like post sacks on the morning of Valentine's and drag it in and go, there you go. This is how loved you are. Yeah?
Yeah. Or no, not Stephen. What's his name?
Who?
Who also? Jeffrey.
Jeffrey? Ah.
He'd probably rock up at my door.
Might send you a Valentine's.
Right,
You'll get a few. Do you never get any? I can't believe that.
If I've had a girlfriend at the time, then I have.
But you don't get any from, viewers.
No. I used to get one from my gran till she died.
Oh. Well, this next year will be the year. It's a Friday. Friday the 14th. No, yes, it is. Friday the 14th of Feb. So start making your cards now, please. Maybe you want to recreate this box, fill it with white chocolate or wax melts and send it to Craig. There you go.
But you will finish it properly, unlike me.
You've done very well to get as much done in the time that you had allotted to you.
There we go.
It's an ambitious project.
I maybe was a little bit ambitious.
Yeah, I think you were.
So maybe a little mat and layer. You're going to finish that opposite side there. I will bring in the other one. Actually, it doesn't look quite bad when you've got half and half, actually.
I like it.
Half and half. And then, once you've got it done, mat and layer to that sentiment, mat and layer onto that pattern paper.
Absolutely marvellous. What a lovely project. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the chit chat to go with as well. Just to quickly remind you one final time before we disappear and say thank you. All of these dies you'll get within the selection. So there's 8 dies in total. £30.40. $40 is the price. So you've got your beautiful fairy tale rose. You've got the flora bouquet. You have got the peacock, which is called elegant peacock. You've got the tree, you have got the beautiful peonies, you have got the lovely lady, you have got the, what's this one called? Entangled butterflies, and then your lovely heart. £30.40 or $40. You've grown.
I have, haven't I?
Yeah.
That would just come across here. Got to say, it's my last show now.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Safe trip back to Scotland.
I want to do it. I wanted to do that!
Say your thing, go on.
Merry Christmas.
And?
Toodles.